welcome. Thanks for clicking on. I am going to be doing the reading for Taurus today. So I'm just going to grab my cards and give them a little shuffle. Okay, Taurus. Taurus for May 22nd to June 22nd. You just had your birthdays. Hope everyone's well. Thanks for clicking on the link. I hope this resonates with you on some level. If not, then perhaps a message from the divine energy of the universe. There we go. I see you want some okay. So for your wants and desires, you have the Knight of Cups, the Ace of Wands, both in the upright position, and then you have the Six of Wands, which is in the reverse position. So your wants and desires, I feel like, I feel like you're an idealistic Taurus. I feel like you have a lot of feelings and wants and desires that you keep bottled up inside because you tend to do a lot for others as opposed to doing for you. I feel like you keep your emotions to very, very close because you're scared of losing people by expressing how you feel. I feel like with the Ace of Wands in this position as well, you're looking to have a breakthrough. And so you want that truth to come through, the willpower to be able to be truthful. And I feel like that aha moment is what you're waiting for. The Six of Swords in reverse talks about unable to move on and having travel issues. Well, we all have travel issues, right? So, currently, but that's going to break soon. On my birthday, June 15th, supposedly they're opening up everything except the borders. So that's kind of obvious, but I feel like the ability to move on or travel is more like emotionally. I feel like mentally you're kind of like you want more from whatever you're in, and you know that there's boundaries and lines that cannot be broken, but you really want a traditional family life. Okay, so content of the reading is the okay, so the Two of Cups in reverse, the Fool in the upright. That's the reality. That's the reality. For Taurus. Ooh, there it is. Ace of Cups. Okay. Ooh, abundance. So right now you're feeling like your relationship is not where you want it to be. With the Two of Cups in reverse, it talks about a breakup, a separation, disinterest. Maybe some arguments are taking place and you're scared it's going to break. The Fool is here because you're very happy in this relationship. I feel like you're just not really being self-aware to a lot at the time. So you're just sort of skipping through with a happy-go-lucky, fun, carefree attitude, which is great. But you also have to be mindful and be self-present, right? Pay attention to the signs around you. You have the Ace of Cups here in the upright position, and that's talking about abundance. Okay, conception. So new love, new relationships, new happiness, new emotional beginnings. So either this relationship you're currently in is going to start over and renew itself into something that you want once you communicate it, or it's going to end and you'll find someone new. So I feel like for some of you, it's about new love coming in. And for some of you, I feel like it's about mending a relationship once your truth is exposed. Now this could go either way. And I know how it is scary to express your feelings. But in this day and age, if you don't take time to do that, it's time wasted as far as I'm concerned. So I can get into a more of a reading after better. Okay, you have the Two of Wands there. So that's independence. That's the universe telling you that it's okay to be independent. It's okay to be by yourself. It's okay to be not with somebody. You don't have to be with somebody to be happy, right? But if you want independence in another sense, you want your relationship to be independent of others. Perhaps there is issues going on that you just don't want to look at or face because you're happy with this person and you don't want to rock the boat, so to speak, right? So you're just kind of standing there, taking a break, sort of thinking about things. And I feel like the universe is telling you, you know, either way, it doesn't matter what happens. You know, you are an independent person. You just could be fairly lonely with the Seven of Cups in reverse. Here in the reading, it talks about clarity, the illusion ends, and you have a restored sense of mental clarity. So I feel like the universe is going to show you something about this person. Is going to push you into a conversation that you've been wanting to have, perhaps been avoiding for some of you. All right, and what's this card in the last position? Oh, I got goosebumps. Could be a chill. No, it's goosebumps. I mean, this person may want what you want too, but they're just maybe sensitive as well. I don't feel this is any financial, this is a relationship reading. The Knight of Cups in the first position sort of tells me it's relationship. Yeah, because you're a really spontaneous person, Taurus. I feel like you're, you know, you're kind of like to do things on the fly. You're fun, loving, you're carefree, like the Fool in the center position. And with the Ace of Wands right beside it, like you have all this emotional, you know, new things happening within you. And yeah, I think that's great. You know. Yeah, but you're unable to move on from something. I feel like something's happened in this relationship, perhaps a fight or an argument or some kind of conversation that took place that turned your relationship unsteady. It's What's the Two of Cups? Let's talk about the Two of Cups. So the breakup or separation and the arguments is the current reality. So I feel like you're afraid the relationship's going to break up. And you are feeling very fun, loving in this relationship. And again, with the Ace of Cups there, you don't want to be let down. You don't want to feel depressed. You don't want to feel disappointed. You want all of the opposites of that, and that's in your cards. So good for you. With the Two of Wands here, you don't want your plans to fall apart. You know, you don't want any travel problems. You just want everything to go well, and it will, because it's in the upright position. Okay. There it is. Yay, achievement. Okay, so the Six of Wands. So the Six of Wands talks about recognition. You're going to have a victorious situation. It's going to be like a public acclaim, some sort of promotion, triumph, support. You're going to have a lot of people around you supporting you in this endeavor, and it's also universal energy pushing toward you that will help you get through this moment. All right, so let's talk about why you're afraid to communicate how you really feel. Yeah, the Star in reverse and the Queen of Cups. So the Star is a feeling of being ignored, depression. You don't want to be alone. You want to be isolated. You're happy with this person and you don't like being alone. You don't like being isolated. You don't like being neglected or ignored. And I feel like this person gives you all of the things that you want. With the Queen of Cups here, it talks about a lot of emotional stuff. Like, you're very emotional deeply wrapped up in this relationship. You have a lot of empathy. You're very sensitive. You're kind and intuitive, and so is this other person. You know, caring. There's a lot of feminine energy here. So I feel like you're just afraid to rock the boat. Again, I just can't reiterate that more. You're afraid to take a chance because you don't want to end up like the fool and walk off the cliff, right? If you're not being careful. So I feel like you're sort of in the moment, but you're still sort of, something's going to happen. Something, you know, I don't want to lose this. And if I do this, if I do that, then, you know, it's going to go. And, well, it may, and it may not. But you have to be in your truth, Taurus. Why the Two of Wands? The Sun card. Wow. Okay, so the breakup or the separation is going to have a renewal in your relationship. So this feeling of being ignored is not going to last for long. You're going to have a revelation. Okay, and check your dreams. Your dreams are really important right now. The universe is going to be sending you some dreaming energy and some universal magic there to give you some truth and clarity on how to deal with this situation. Okay, yeah, because the Empress is in reversed for the Seven of Cups. So this feeling of being let back and ignored, you're going to have a restored sense of clarity. The illusion's going to end. And with the Empress in the backward, upside down position, it talks about not being abundant, but having limited resources. And I feel like there's a dependence. I feel like there's a codependence in this relationship. I feel like the two of you are codependent on each other emotionally, physically, and mentally. But there's just something that yeah, I thought so. So there's some lack of enthusiasm going on here with the other person. They're sort of getting to a point where they don't have any new creative energy. They want, you know, they don't have any excitement or passion right now. I feel like they're I feel like they're just not into you as much as you're into them. I feel like there's lots of love there. I don't feel like the commitment is as much as you are committed to this. Why the Page of Wands? Okay, the Knight of Wands. So you're adventurous, she's adventurous, or he's adventurous, passion, charisma, travel. There's a lot of commonalities between you two that brings you two together, which you guys are a great team. I feel like there's a lot of potential here in this relationship, like a lot. You have the Ace of Cups, you have the Fool, you have the Six of Wands, you have the Queen of Cups, you have the Sun, you have the Seven of Swords, or sorry, the Six of Swords in reverse, which is good. You have the Seven of Cups in reverse, which is good. Why the achievement? Oh, the High Priestess. Okay. Recognition. You're going to be recognized. The recognition is coming from your intuition. So you're going to call something out. You're going to unblock your intuition, your insights. See, again, this clarity coming through with the Sun. I feel like you're going to see things for what they are as well from your dreams. So pay attention to that. And I feel like there's some karmic energy happening here. There's some definite moon energy, definite looking for success in this relationship. You want it to go very well. So the universe is telling you that all these things, this is why. Okay, things are happening the way that they're happening. Let me just talk about the Ace of Cups. I know you don't want to be feeling let down or depressed or disappointed. And that's excellent because with the Ace of Cups in the upward position, that is reaffirming that the conception is there. That is, you're in new love, new relationship, new happiness, new emotional beginning. And I feel like with the Eight of Cups in reverse on top of that, You're fully learning from the past. Someone also, I feel like, is going to come back in your circle. Yeah, I feel like someone's coming back in your cycle. I don't know. Yeah, someone returns home. Someone comes back around. So this might be that you guys have a breakup or some sort of fight or argument, okay, because you're just being foolish with each other. And then this is going to restore itself, okay? And then this person is going to come back around and come to a compromise in this relationship. That's what I feel like is happening here, Taurus. Okay. Why the Fool? Why are you so carefree? Oh, God. Okay. Woo. You have so much love to give. Oh, Taurus. You have so much satisfaction right now in your life. You're so happy. You feel like all your wishes are being granted. You feel like you have comfort and you can indulge in each other. And that's the truth of this reality. Like that's your life right now. This is your actual current position. So yeah, I can see why you'd be a little bit hesitant to rock the boat. But you have to believe in your truth, you know, and this tells me that things are going to work out okay. So I really feel like you should give it some thought, with the Knight of Cups being here, you know, talking about how spontaneous you are, and the Ace of Wands being here to demonstrate that, you know, there is initiation happening. Somebody's going to initiate this situation, or that's what you want. You want this is what you want, Taurus. You want your partner to initiate this conversation so you don't have to. Right? And the universe is saying it's going to happen whether you want it to or not. So you might get your wish. But I feel like if you're in control of the conversation, you might have a better outcome. Or maybe not. I don't know. What about the who's going to initiate this? Okay, so someone's taking a rest. So whoever is in the relationship who's taking a rest from this is the person that's going to initiate it. Four of Swords. Yeah, so this person is sort of in retreat. This person's reflecting, meditating on this relationship. They're sort of unsure of what the hell they want with you. And something's happened recently in which, yeah, it was a very emotional conversation. The King of Cups is here. So, but because you're both very analytical, I feel like you guys can work your way through this. And you're actually very intellectual. You have a lot in common with respect to how you think. So that's a good thing. But again, truth is coming through. And the Strength card. Okay, so yeah, the both of you are going to have strength. It's going to come through. It's going to end up really good. There's no abusive power between the two of you. It's very equal. I feel like there's a great amount of respect between one of you, or between both of you, I should say. And there's no fear. You have a lot of freedom to be you and be yourself together as each other in your own truth. And it's amazing. It's a very non-fear-based relationship. It's very loving. It's very open. It's very, you know, respectful. And I feel like there's no self-sabotage happening here. There's no like, I'm gonna run, I feel like I have to run. There's nothing. You have met, I feel like, yeah, this is abundance. You have abundance coming in. Yes. You're kind of also afraid, though, of going. So you're stressing out a little bit about money, Taurus. And I just want you to know that there's no need to stress about going into debt, because you can always get out of debt. So just live your life and be happy right now. I mean, I'm not saying go buy a new car or, you know, spend a $6,000 trip. But, you know, if you want to go have a nice dinner and then do it. If you want to spend gas money to travel to the beach for an entire day, and you know you're worried about using the money for frivolous things because you might need it in the coming months, especially through this winter and fall time frame, which I feel like we will need to buckle down again. And I hope that we don't, at least on this timeline. So not to worry about that. And why money? Okay, Queen of Swords in reverse. All these sword signs. You have a lot of air and energy in your chart here. Yeah, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But there's a lot of wands as well. Well, there's a lot of everything. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, they're all here. So, yeah. So Queen of Swords. Where are you? Yeah, so it's upside down in the backward position. So this is talking about someone who's got sort of dishonesty. They're unkind, a cold person, rigid logic, and you feel like they're being dishonest. So I feel like there's somebody in your circle or around you that you feel might be taking advantage of you with your money. Now, this might be the strain that's on your relationship. Perhaps this is your other half who is, you know, kind of leaning on you a little bit codependently for help financially. And I know that you're a giver, Taurus. So, and I think you're afraid to say no sometimes. And I feel like that might rock the boat as well. I think that I'm not that you're walking on eggshells, but you just don't want to mess up a good thing based, you know, because of materialistic, like greedy thoughts, or because, you know, you're afraid of spending the money, or, you know, because you just want to be, you want life's approval and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So I would just concentrate on your intuition here with the Sun card, all of these wonderful positions with the High Priestess, and just listen to your heart. Yeah, just listen to your heart, because the overall energy of the reading is the Seven of Wands. All right, and the Seven of Wands in the reverse talks about weak boundaries and quitting, and that's not what you guys are. There's no quitting happening. There's no weak bound. You have strong boundaries. Okay, there are strong boundaries set between the two of you, and you are definitely meant to be together. You guys are going to persevere. You're going to have obstacles and challenges, but that's going to come through okay. You might feel some struggles and maybe a little bit of resistance from the other half, but just be patient, because I feel like this is going to work out. Everything's going to be wonderful. The High Priestess card being here with the Sun is fantastic. Your Strength card. I mean, you have all the wonderful cards. I got goosebumps here, so I wouldn't stress it. I feel like just have faith in whatever it is that you follow spiritually, whether that be God energy or universal energy, same thing, or, you know, perhaps you just are a person that likes to live a life by some standard and code of ethics, whatever. Just whatever it is that you put your faith into, I feel like you need to, even if it's yourself, I feel like that's really important. So I hope that that helps you in some kind of way. That's a full reading. I didn't expect to go into a full reading, but that's all right. I've been doing them for all of these readings anyway, so why not yours, Taurus? Okay, so let's look at your angel cards really quickly. And we're just going to shuffle those up. I'm just going to cut the cards. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. I also feel like you think this other your partner parties too much, like drinks too much, like gossips too much. They're not very supportive of just being. I think they're just sort of lost a little bit. Yeah, and the Archangel Gabriel's there, yeah, to help nurture. So yeah, you're a nurturer, and you want to help this person through their journey. And sometimes, like, you might drink too much or whatever the hell, and you know, maybe just, I think there's just indulging here because of COVID and stuff like that. But that's gonna, I think that will balance itself out, because the Three of Cups is here, and it talks with the whale, and it says, you know, a celebration, a wedding, a graduation, a birth announcement, the need to have more fun. And it was in the upright, in the other way position. So I feel like it's the universe telling you, like, it's okay, just to have a little fun, right? And with the Archangel here, it's talking about lavish abundance, giving birth to your dreams, and nurturing yourself and others. And then, oh, you have the other balance. You have the balance. So you have the Empress and you have the balance card. So Archangel Zadkiel, so the need for balance, and that's what it is. You're feeling sort of, in this relationship, I feel like there's an imbalance going on. And you really want cooperation, and you really want compromise, and you're waiting for the perfect timing to have this conversation, okay? Because you do need moderation, you do need balance, or perhaps or your partner might be having this conversation with you, which most likely is the case, because in the reading it did say that your other half was going to communicate this conversation. And so you're going to have some sort of an argument about their indulging and the money and this and that and whatever. But just keep in mind that it's just, these are just choices we're making to fulfill some need and desire. And when you really look at the reason you're together, perhaps it's to do with, you know, supporting one another and nurturing each other through this path. Because everyone needs to let go from time to time and just blow off some steam, and, you know, maybe there's some demons this other person's facing, they're trying to work through. I mean, you don't know. Perhaps with this conversation coming to fruition, I feel like it's going to be a good thing for you, because it will be a renewal for your relationship. So with that being said, I will show you your lovely, beautiful cards. Yeah. The balance card is so important. And I feel like, Taurus, you need to concentrate on what it is in life that you want. I mean, besides your relationship, there's got to be something more. What else brings you happiness? What else brings you joy? What else do you enjoy to do in your spare time? What hobbies do you like? Do you enjoy, I don't know, horseback riding? Do you like to journal? I mean, photography, whatever it is, I feel like you need to get back into your creative passion. And then that person will see that, oh God, it's not all about me. You know what I mean? Okay, so I hope that's helped you in some way, and something's resonated with you, and you've received a message. And again, if you are just tuning in for the sake of figuring out what's going on and why I'm doing this, and if I'm being a weirdo, then cool. For those of you that know me, not all the way. And for those that you do know me, then you know what's the deal. So here's the thing. If it resonated with you, please like and comment below if you can. If not, that's cool. Don't forget to share and subscribe, because the more subscribers I get, the more I can go live, and that would be amazing. So yeah, so if you've tuned in and you just sort of don't know what's what, and maybe it wasn't for you, check your moon, rising sign, and sun and Venus. And maybe you are just somebody who, like I said earlier, just clicked in for the fun of it, and maybe you got something out of it. Maybe something was meant to be heard through the universal energies that come. So with that being said, thanks for joining me, and I really hope you have a beautiful day. It's gorgeous out there today. Get out and go for a walk. Take care. Bye.